Good morning. Thank you all for being here this morning, and it's truly an honor and incredibly inspirational for me to be here with all of you this morning, to be here with so many people who are committed to protecting our unborn brothers and sisters, and who are outraged and want to stop Planned Parenthood's industrial-scale, state-subsidized child killing right here in It's a little hard for me to believe that it's been 3 months now since the Center for Medical Progress put up the very first video showing Dr. Deborah Nucatola, the Senior Director of Medical Services at Planned Parenthood Federation of America, the top abortion doctor, the top medical official at Planned Parenthood's so-called medical practice, discussing harvesting and selling late-term aborted baby hearts, lungs, livers, and brains over wine and salad. Be nice though, Deb is a friend. And, you know, it's interesting, there were 3 main admissions that the Senior Director of Medical Services at Planned Parenthood made that day when we interviewed her undercover. As the Senior Director of Medical Services, she is responsible for overseeing all of the abortion practice at Planned Parenthood clinics all across the country. She's in charge of writing the medical standards and guidelines for Planned Parenthood. She's in charge of training all of the abortion doctors at Planned Parenthood, including the medical directors who oversee affiliates, local affiliates like this one here in Orange County. And the Senior Director of Medical Services at Planned Parenthood admitted that Planned Parenthood sells baby body parts per specimen. They don't charge reimbursement for shipping, they charge per body part that they harvest. She admitted that they change their abortion methods and that they even use illegal partial birth abortions in order to get higher quality saleable body parts. And she admitted that at the national office, Planned Parenthood has a don't ask, don't tell policy about the way that their affiliates conduct their illegal baby parts business, because they know that if they know too much, then they'll be criminally liable for that illegal felony sale that's taking place all across the country. And there was one more admission that Dr. Nucatola made in that video that hasn't gotten as much attention yet, but I want to draw attention to it here today, because it's really directly relevant to all of us here in Orange County. And that it's this very facility that we're standing in front of right now, Planned Parenthood's late-term abortion mega clinic right here in our own backyard, is one of the places where they harvest and sell baby body parts. And this exact Planned Parenthood mega clinic that kills children up to 24 weeks gestation. This exact clinic has been partnered with a for-profit biotech company just 10 miles away in Yorba Linda called Da Vinci Biologics. Since at least 2008, they have been partnered together and they have been harvesting baby body parts at this Planned Parenthood clinic. And even today, or during the week, you can call them up and they will sell you a murdered baby's liver or brain or thymus or other body part for $350, for $500, or $750 a pop. And they're partnered with Planned Parenthood here in order to do that. And there is a little bit of good news though. And the good news is that take a good look at this facility right behind me right now. Take a good look at the institution that we're standing in front of right now. This is a late-term abortion facility that is under investigation by the United States Congress right now as we speak. Which is exactly as it should be, which is exactly what should be happening to them right now for their harvesting and sale of the body parts of our unborn brothers and sisters. And so long as our elected representatives listen to the people and listen to the outcry for Planned Parenthood to be held accountable for their atrocities against humanity. I guarantee you that they will find crimes and they will find violations and they will find reasons to shut down these killing centers. Planned Parenthood's paid political consultants and political cronies may say one thing in public, and like any criminal defendant, they'll deny any wrongdoing in public, but in private, the admissions are frequent and open and very, very damning. And you even see this difference when the CEO of Planned Parenthood, Cecile Richards, sent a letter to Congress on August 27th, and she couldn't lie in that letter. They can say one thing and spin one thing for the media, but it's another thing when they're under oath, they have to talk to law enforcement and to elected representatives. And in that letter, the president of Planned Parenthood admitted the three main charges that we've been making against them from the very beginning. Number one, that they sell baby body parts for $60 per piece of baby, which adds up quite quickly if you're getting fully intact babies and can harvest multiple parts out of them. They admitted that they're selling the body parts. They admitted that they will sometimes adjust their abortion technique, as they say, in order to get higher quality body parts. And they admitted that they know about this and support this from the top levels of the national organization. And so the leadership of Planned Parenthood will say one thing when they're being interviewed on MSNBC or CNN, but it's another story when they're under oath, and it's another story when you actually look at the way the business is being run. And it's also another story when you talk to the abortion doctors themselves, and when you talk to the people who are actually doing the killing at Planned Parenthood. And they'll be very frank with you, and they've been very frank with me, about the reality of their work and the brutality and the violence that they subject unborn children to. And so, for me, it's always a little overwhelming and a little difficult to come out in front of an abortion center. It's difficult to stand here knowing that in the back of this clinic, there's a little laboratory. Technically, they call it the pathological laboratory, the path lab. Sometimes they dare to call it the dirty room, because that's where they take the dirty instruments to be sterilized, and it's where they take the medical waste and the bodies of the unborn children. And they dare to call that the dirty room, as if there's something dirty or unclean about the body parts of innocent children. And so it's a little overwhelming to stand in front of a center like that and know that just feet away, that's what's happening inside this building. But it's also incredibly encouraging to me, and I hope that it's incredibly encouraging to all of you, that we're all here today. We're part of Orange County. This is our community. And we know what's going on here, and we're not going to be silent about it, and we're not going to stand by while it continues to happen. And unlike some of Planned Parenthood's political cronies in the national media or in the National Congress or in our state government, 50 years from now, we'll be able to look at our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren when they ask us, what did you do when late-term babies were being killed and harvested for their body parts, and their body parts were being harvested while they were still alive and were being sold for profit? What did you do about it? And we'll be able to say that we were the ones who stood up and who demanded accountability and demanded a change and demanded that our elected representatives hold these facilities accountable for their atrocities against humanity and for the crimes that they commit in our communities. And so I want to encourage all of you, in whatever capacity you're able. There's the pro-life movement is a huge movement. There's so much work to be done. And whether you can be someone who's a sidewalk advocate every day, who's advocating for unborn children and their parents, if you're someone who can volunteer at a local pregnancy resource center, if you're someone who can influence our elected officials, if you're someone who can demand that Planned Parenthood in our own community be held accountable for the crimes of selling baby parts, there's something for everyone to do, and there's plenty of work in the Lord's vineyard for every worker. And so I thank you all for being here today. I want to encourage you to continue to be here, continue to speak out, continue to apply your God-given talents to protecting our unborn brothers and sisters. And together, we are all going to hasten the day when there is no longer a price tag put on human life. God bless you. Thank you.